Now, chances are you've clicked on this video because you're thinking, is homeschooling expensive? Can I really afford to homeschool my children? After all, you'll be giving up a whole income and you'll have to purchase your own curriculum, which if your children went to public school, the government used to do for you, right? And what about the cost of extracurricular activities and field trips? The good news is that homeschooling can be really affordable. And in this video, I'm going to talk you through the differing expenses involved in homeschooling. Firstly, let's start this video with incidental costs. We'll talk about sports costs, we'll talk about extracurricular costs, and then we're going to talk about special tip, how you can boost your income to make homeschooling more affordable. Finally, we're going to end this whole video by talking about curriculum, which is probably the biggest cost involved in homeschooling for a lot of families. Okay, one cost, or perhaps I should say 100 costs, homeschool parents run into are extracurricular costs. For example, trying to buy a jiu-jitsu outfit or a ballerina tutu. This can cost a little bit, but then again, you can save a lot of money by doing extracurricular things that cost nothing. For example, you can organize to do an extracurricular activity with another homeschool mum. Perhaps she's really great at teaching dance. You don't need to pay for that. And then perhaps you can teach another subject and therefore you can forego all those extracurricular expenses. But you know what? Honestly, extracurricular expenses, you'd probably have to pay for that if the children were going to school anyway. Then there are field trips, the costs associated with going on a camping trip or perhaps tickets to go see that museum down the road. These are optional expenses that you can avoid. But keep in mind, there's a pretty neat way to get into museums and other field trip destinations for a much more affordable price as a homeschooler. And that is to claim an educator's discount. That is, teachers, when they take their children into different field trip destinations, often get a teacher's discount for 30 odd kids or so. And you can, through your homeschool group or just by talking to the field trip destination, say, hey, I'm a homeschool mum educator. Can I claim that educator's discount? So just ask for the educator's discount. Remember, you are a legitimate educator and a lot of these places see you as a legitimate educator, so back yourself. Also remember that other places like, for example, Apple that sells computers and Dell, they have homeschool discounts. So make sure you take advantage of that as a homeschool parent. These discounts are honestly just there for the asking. You don't ask, you don't get. Now, when thinking about how much things cost, you should also remember government discounts. Are there any vouchers you can get from the government? In our state of New South Wales, we have to register to be homeschooled. And once we're registered, we can get educational discounts which allow us to buy things like homeschool supplies, perhaps it's paint or paintbrushes or books or whatever it is for our homeschool, and that voucher is just there for the applying. Once we're registered to homeschool, we can get those vouchers, so make sure you take advantage of that if that is happening in your state. Is homeschooling expensive musically? Well, this is a big place you can honestly save loads of bucks. If, for example, you get the Schoolhouse Teachers curriculum, then you get all their musical programs included in the subscription for all your kids for one subscription fee. So this is a great way to cut costs. Also, think about the instrument you're buying. Is it going to be a $20 recorder, or is it going to be a $20,000, or perhaps I should say a $200,000 grand piano? Musical instruments are something that should be budgeted in from the very beginning. One thing though I will beg you to do is not to get a plastic recorder. They sound awful. And then there is sport equipment. Again, there are some very cheap sport options. Balls, for example, pretty cheap. But then again, if you have to buy all that hockey stuff, you have to pad up, you have to buy the mouth guards, you have to perhaps buy scuba diving gear. Well, it can get pretty expensive. Again, make your budget and really factor in how much your sports material and costs are going to be. Okay, and then honestly, I get so excited about this section. And this is the section I was talking about where you can really increase your income so that homeschooling is a lot more affordable, and that is to become a bit of an entrepreneur yourself. Now, this sounds scary, but wait, stop. All this means is you finding a way where you can earn a second income from home, earn a little bit of money on the side so you can pay for those extracurricular activities. Think about what is something that you really enjoy doing. Read a few books from the library on starting your own business, some successful ways you can do that and not ways that it's just gonna take ages and not gonna be successful. Read those books, educate yourself on starting a business, start a business that you really love and earn some extra cash. Please, 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 please tell me in the notes below if you would like me to do a video to explain this more, because this is something I love talking about and it's something I have a zillion ideas of starting different at-home businesses that can be successful. I'm talking through one of my best mates at the moment through doing this in her own home. So let me know in the comments section below if that's something you would like me to make a video on. It's absolutely possible to do it. Now, is homeschooling expensive in terms of a homeschool curriculum? How much does a homeschool curriculum cost? And I hate to say it, and you're gonna hate me for this, but it depends. And that's because honestly, there is a huge difference between the quality you can get. There's a big difference from free curricula to bought and more expensive curricula that are just really high quality, colorful curricula, perhaps curricula that come with video lessons. There's a big thing, and it's a case, honestly, it's a case of you get what you pay for. The curricula that cost a fair bit of money are honestly the best curricula. I have access at the moment to about 10 different curriculum programs, and I've used all of them, and I have definitely found the more expensive one, the most expensive one, is the best one. If you are struggling with the expense of homeschooling, thinking, golly, how can I afford a homeschool curriculum that's, $700 for each child, then get Easy Peasy. It's an affordable option. It's just not quite as much fun as the more expensive curricula, what can I say? But it's definitely adequate. In terms of homeschooling curriculum, you can also get Charlotte Mason programs, and you can get a lot of classical programs. One that I really like the look of, it is Veritas Press. This is a Christian homeschool curriculum. It has video lessons online. A lot of the time when a program has video lessons, it makes the curriculum into a mastery-based curriculum. So that means that you can work if your child is, above the age of 7, while your child does their work independently, saving you a lot of money along the way. So Veritas Press, I'll link them below as well. They do a free consultation, so you can think about doing a consultation with them, and they'll talk you through the curriculum options, through the expenses, and you'll be talking with another homeschool mum who actually knows about the homeschool process. So you'll get a lot of advice along the way there too. But really the cost of homeschooling curriculum can vary a lot depending on what you purchase. And really it is a question of you get what you pay for. I love BJU Press, it's what I use with my kids, but it can be pricey. There's Schoolhouse Teachers. I love this. It's all printable, but it's online, so you don't really get the colors, but they've got lots of fun video courses as well. It's very eclectic, Schoolhouse Teachers. There's a lot in there, but then they've got the basic open and go boxes. And then there's Compass Classroom, which is a little bit for slightly older middle school to high school children. It's a classical curriculum. It's all online. There's lots of video lessons, very engaging. So there's a lot you can get, there's a lot you can choose from. I've put a video just here, or a couple of videos just here, so you can check out different curriculum options that are available to you. So why not check them out?